It sounds so simple, but so many people literally run from that idea. They run from the silence, they run from the journaling, they run from the writing, and they fill it with Instagram, Netflix, whatever it is. Hello everybody, my name is Adam Cross. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist in Southern California, and I am also a youth minister. Today I want to talk to you about the big picture for therapy and really what it means to be important to yourself. That's a long title. So let's just talk about the big picture. When clients come into therapy with me, they usually have a lot of different objectives, and which is a really good thing. It could be to reduce anxiety or to be less depressed or to work on scrupulosity or, to understand roles and relationships, boundaries with family members and how that's impacting their lives. But what's the big picture? I notice that one of the common themes throughout all my clients, and even in my own life too, is that oftentimes we don't find ourselves important enough to look at ourselves. My foundation for therapy is not that you have to be crazy to come into therapy. In fact, I hope that you don't wait to a point where you really are struggling that much to come into therapy. That it's better to be preventive and to take action before you hit rock bottom. So there's a loose definition of what crazy is there. But that therapy oftentimes is understanding why we do what we do and finding ourselves important enough to look at what's actually going on. Through the lens of the Catholic faith, we have this understanding that God became man, right? His only begotten Son became man, was incarnated, 100% God, 100% man, born through the Virgin Mary for us, ministered, created this church, suffered and died for you. For you. I'm not talking about 7.2 billion other people right now. I'm talking about you. That Jesus Christ came and died for you. That you might be with him for eternity. Right? That's crazy. But we don't think we matter. And let me back up. Sometimes we say we matter. Like Parks and Rec says, treat yourself, right? Like we think that if we find ourselves important, that means we just do what we want, do what feels good, treat ourselves to things. But our faith says otherwise. Our faith says that God is pursuing us and willing to do anything to save us, to reach us, to love us. God is willing to become man and die brutally for you. That means that you are pretty important. Not in a selfish, egotistical way, but that means that you have value and that your life means something. It means that God cares about your thoughts and your feelings. And for so many of us, we can take that and think that's like mushy garbage. Like, oh, my feelings are hurt, right? Or like spending time to look at our thoughts. But God cares about what you're thinking. God cares about how you think about yourself and the feelings that come up with that, the emotions. God made you an emotional being. God made you in his image and likeness. There is something there to look at. So when I'm talking about these themes within therapy across clients, one of the biggest things I see is that I talk to clients about journaling. Spend some time with your thoughts and feelings. Or I'll talk to clients about writing a letter. I'll talk to clients about writing a letter. Maybe their mom, their dad, somebody that's hurt them, a child, a friend, right? Something to process. And what happens is so many clients never write the letter. So many clients never journal. They never get to that point. And what's interesting is there are a million reasons why we shouldn't journal. We're too busy, right? We have this going on. We have that going on. Oh, I was at a movie. I was hanging out with friends. All these really good reasons. But so many of these reasons are just distractions, avoidances of being with ourselves. That's it. And I have had so many clients just avoid writing that letter, avoid journaling. And sometimes writing is that physical manifestation of how little we think of ourselves, how little we think of our thoughts and emotions. And it comes out in that way. And that's the theme I see. And it's sad, right? It's hard because things we learn in life implicitly or directly told to us teach us that maybe we don't matter. But our faith says the opposite. There's so many great authors and writers and even psychologists out there, and they remind us that our thoughts do matter, our emotions do matter, that our faith instills in us that we matter enough to look at what is going on with us. That Christ, in coming for us to live life to its fullest, Christ calls us to understand why we're thinking and feeling the way we are. The question is, how important are you to yourself? Not to anybody else, but how important are you to yourself to just look at what matters in your life, to find the time to just pay attention to your thoughts and feelings. It sounds so simple, but so many people literally run from that idea. They run from the silence, they run from the journaling, they run from the writing, and they fill it with Instagram, Netflix, whatever it is. It's so easy to do, I do it too. But do you find yourself important enough to look at why you do what you do? That's the question. That's the big picture here. Are you important enough? God has already answered that question. You are so important to God, He's willing to die for just you. Now, what about you? Are you important enough to yourself to take the time to take those steps to live life to its fullest? What do you think? Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below, give me some video ideas, hit that like button, that subscribe, I don't know where they are. I promise I have more shirts than this. I just like to film in batches, and thank you for watching, and God bless.